Alright, so shout out to Marco Pedrana, Alfredo Jr., AMG, Dan Real, Noble Brown, Mata Ankusa, and Vid Mantis. Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 Clash video, and we're here for the opening round of the Asian Pacific Grand Prix, and we're going to get our first 5 races done so we can get qualified for the finals tomorrow. Alright, so as you know, this week I decided to go all in. I didn't do any GP strategy this week. I'm just going full out, the best score I can possibly get in each round, and I'm going to see what I'll get in the finals. All right, so here we go for our first race. We're using Leclerc and Ricardo. Let's jump into it and see what we can get. Here we go for our first race on Australia. 30% chance of rain. Let's see if it's going to rain. Alright, so it's partly cloudy. In qualifiers, let's see what Leclerc and Ricardo can do here. Good comeback. Daniel Ricciardo P2, Leclerc P8. Alright, so Verstappen out-qualified Leclerc there. However, Leclerc at level 7 does have a bit more stronger dry qualifiers potential than Verstappen. But yeah, let's jump into it. Let's see if Leclerc will be able to get through the pack. As you know, Verstappen would normally just make some positions up real quick. See Leclerc trying to make up some position there. He's up to P6 so far, so he picked up 2, almost picked up 3, but he got blocked in by that Mercedes. So let's see if he can get around him before he hits this corner. Down the inside, he got blocked again by that Mercedes. We're going to cut Ricardo down there, and then we're going to come. Let's keep the boost on both drivers here and do a 2-3-3 instead of a 3-3-2. Or let's cut down and do a 3-3-2. We have extra tire management so our drivers can get the job done. Though it's the opening round and I'm pushing for the best score possible, I'm still not trying to be like going all out for 47s. Perfect scores in the opening round, as it makes no sense unless I'm going to be pushing in a perfect score on the finals as well. So though we're not running any strategy this week, we're still not trying to, you know, do too much really in the opening round, as it's always the opening round. You never want to do too much in the opening round unless you're going to go for 350. 235 on qualifying and 470 and 470, then you can go all out really. But we didn't make 235 on qualifying, so right away, if it's a matchmaking tie, if it's a tie in the tables, we've already lost because we did not make 235 on Monday. Alright, race looking good so far. Wait, where's the volume? No volume on the race. There we go. Race looking nice so far. Ricardo getting back up to P1, nice and easy. Leclerc making his way through the pack. Suffering a breakdown is the Mercedes. Leclerc is going to get around real quick. Now he can go hunt. Let's see what this Ferrari's on. Softs. Go to the inside. Inside. Inside, outside now. Good. Alright, so up to P3. Go too wide. He try to go around the outside. No luck there, as AI Leclerc was defending. Now let's see if he swings to the inside. Yes, he does, and that's the position there. Let's go to pit with Ricardo here, and we'll go around with Leclerc for an extra lap. You can cut him down to conserve there. And we can exit with Ricardo and conserve, and then we'll put in go to pit orders for Leclerc here. As you can see, he's creating nice distance on that Verstappen on hards. Little decent amount of distance there. Not the hugest amount of distance, but a decent amount. And AI Leclerc should come to pit in this lap. If not, he's going to go to pit in the next lap. So we just need our Leclerc to get in and out before the rival Verstappen does. But we see the rival Ricardo catching up here, who is definitely going to need to go back to pit. Alright, it's a nice exit. So this should be a 1-2 for us. 47 points for our first race here. As that Ricardo should go back to pit. He's not going to run 0 tires. It's too much. Let's cut Leclerc down. We don't want to put too much pressure on that Ricardo. We want him to go to pit and change his tires. And just give us an easy 1-2 without putting up a fight. Go on in. There he goes. So a nice and easy 1-2 for us in that one. We'll take it. Let's go to the finish. Full boost. Hopefully none of our drivers crash. One of my drivers did crash yesterday in duels. Crazy. Still managed to win that match though. Got P1, 24 points. Rival got, I think, 19 points. Alright, great race there. Let's jump on into the next race. See what we can do in that one. Here we go for our next race on China. See what kind of qualifiers we're going to get this time around. With Leclerc and Ricardo. Getting out qualified here. Good comeback from Ricardo. And Leclerc P6. So once again, we see Verstappen out qualifying or Leclerc here. So next race, we're going to switch out Leclerc and throw in Verstappen. And we're going to see if he's still going to... Verstappen is going to get some worser qualifiers than Leclerc was getting here. Nice start from Leclerc though. Really nice start from AI Leclerc as well. You can see he made his way up to P3. Even took down or Leclerc. We're about to cut Ricardo down right there. And we'll cut Charles down right about there as well. Looking good so far. P1 Danny. Charles P4. Alright, we lose P1. That's alright. We're not going to fight it. As long as we don't lose P4. McLaren doing well behind us. Dan Ricardo as well. AI Ricardo. He's doing great this week with the buff. And there we see those guys going to pit. Now we have a full lap to get back into pit. We could create a good amount of distance. We could boost both drivers from here and there. Now to go back to pit, we have tire management remaining to do so. And that's exactly going to be the strategy for tomorrow. We're just going to let those guys go to pit in their first lap and then we'll boost away. These runs are also to see how much tires extra you would have when you go to pit. So we have 8%, 7% tires extra on Ricardo and 7% tire extra on Leclerc. So we could boost a little bit earlier. In the finals tomorrow. Then we want to see if we can get 3 full laps on boost here at China with these guys. Verstappen tire management is a little lower, so I might stick with Ricciardo and Leclerc on the finals. I also want to try Lewis Hamilton and Ricciardo and see how they perform on a dry race. No wet races, Lewis Hamilton is going to be the master, but I wonder how he would perform on a dry race. Ricciardo is going to be going to pit here. We could go to pit here as well and come back. We have extra tires. Let's try a late pit technique on the rival Ricciardo here. Oh, we missed it. We missed it. I got it in, but it was just a second too late. Right as he started to make it halfway past the rival car, I tapped it in. It was just a second too late. Just a second. And he just got by, and then he didn't just swing right in. That's what we wanted him to do, swing into the pits, but he didn't. He continued on for our next lap. Now let's boost him in from there. Now he's going to be able to come back out and hunt down that Ricciardo. Right behind him, we should be out. Yeah. So this should be a 1-3. I doubt Leclerc is going to be able to catch that Ricciardo. Oh, here he is though. He's coming. Let's see. See if he can catch Ricciardo before he starts this next lap, which is going to be his boost to finish lap. Alright, so he's starting his boost to finish lap now. There he goes. And the hunt is on. Will Leclerc catch Ricciardo? Doubt it. Especially with the back markers holding up Leclerc. As you can see, he's struggling to get through the back markers with blue flags. Struggling here. He's all over the place trying to get through the back markers. Alright, so 1-3 finish for us here. We'll take that, 46 points. Let's jump on into the next race and see what we can do there. Oh, but before we switch drivers, as I'm going to be switching to Verstappen now, a few of you might be wondering what setup are we running. So I can share that with you here. Alright, so level 7 Verstappen again. We're level 7 Ricciardo, so we're going to be definitely checking that out. And that's the setup we're running. The rival was running absolutely the same setup as well. So that's a good representative of qualifying for Verstappen and Leclerc there. Here we go for our next race. We're on Italy for this one. We've switched out Leclerc for Max Verstappen. So let's see if the qualifiers get better, and we're still running the same setup. We haven't made any changes to the setup. Want to see if the qualifiers will get better, or is it going to remain that Ricciardo is going to out qualify in front and Verstappen is going to be playing catch up. All right, so yeah, it's the same. It's the same. P2 Ricciardo, P8 Max Verstappen, going up against a maxed out level Sonoda here. Out qualified Verstappen. Nice start from our drivers here. As Ricciardo pulls away, we're going to cut him down right there at that corner. And Verstappen up to P3, cut him down right at that corner as well. As we're going to do our 3 laps and come back for another 3 laps. And then come for 2. 3-2-2. 3-3-2, I should say. the end game drivers are a bit strange this season. As you can see, level 7 Verstappen is getting out qualified by a max level Sonoda. Normally that's not the case. I know he does got a buff this weekend. Maybe if he didn't get the buff, then he wouldn't out qualify. But maybe it's a buff that causes him to out qualify. Who knows though? It's a bit strange this season. Alright, currently in a 1-2 position. We should be able to keep this 1-2. Push Ricardo in from there. We'll let Verstappen continue to cruise in so we don't stock. Once Ricardo starts to make his pit time, then we'll boost Verstappen in. Or we'll not. We'll just let him go in normally. And then that should give Ricardo enough time to get out of the way. That McLaren pit time was really fast because we went in before the McLaren with Verstappen here. And the McLaren got out in front of us. Though he got a front box. Alright, so let's see if Verstappen can go catch up to the rival Ricardo, who should go to pit in this lap. There he goes, going to pit now. Let's see if Verstappen can catch up. Yes, it looks like he can. Now to create a little bit of distance on the exit. He came back to hard tires, so that's even better news for us because this is a 1-2 race. Let's come back here and do the 3-2-3. Since we're in such a good position, we can afford to go to pit and get a free pit stop here. And then exit and then go back to conserve and cruise to the finish really. Here comes Ricardo and his hearts. Yeah, we're just cruising from here to the finish really. For this 47 points. Only if like tomorrow the races would be like this. Only if matchmaking would be like matchmaking on Saturday, on Sunday. Only if. I think we're getting fair matches. Not getting anybody too strong or too weak. Looking really good. 1-2 for us. We'll take this and we'll just wait for the rival to finish and jump on into the next race. For our 5th and final race, we're going to be testing Verstappen, Ricardo with Lewis Hamilton at level 7 and see how they perform together. Dry or wet, doesn't matter. Boost in from there. Boost in from there. Our rival should be behind us boosting. No, he's not. He's out of fuel, it seems. As we go across the line for a 1-2 finish. Let's wait for the rival to finish his race. Sonoda is way behind in P8, though he out-qualified us. P6 finish for Sonoda. Nice comeback there at the finish. And alright, let's jump on into the next race. Here we go for our 4th race on Canada. Still got Verstappen and Ricardo in this one. Pardon me. Alright, so Verstappen out-qualified Hamilton there, but he got out-qualified by his self, AI, the rival, Verstappen. 1-7 for us. It's always good to be getting into the top 10 in qualifiers. top 10 and top 5. Even better. Verstappen squeezing down the inside. Is he going to pick up those two? Yes, he does. He loses one. Oh, he got it back. He got it back. Good comeback from Max there. Swing to the inside. Good defending from AI Leclerc here. All right, we're going to cut down right about there. And we're going to cut down right about there with Max. Don't want to leave him too dry with Hamilton behind him acting all aggressive. So we want to keep a very close eye on Verstappen here to keep this Hamilton behind us. He's going to be acting very aggressive. Good defending there from Max Verstappen on boost to hold off that Hamilton, who was acting very, very aggressive to try and get around. Here comes Lewis again. And there we go with a defense. Got to keep a close eye on that Lewis. Alright, so we're going to go for 4 laps with Ricardo. So we're going to boost Verstappen from about here and bring him into pit now. Do a 2-stop with Verstappen, and we're going to do a 1-stop with Ricardo. Let's see if we can get a jump on any of these guys, Ferrari or the Mercedes. We got to jump on a Ferrari, so we got the Ferrari in pit. That was a good stop. Alright, we're going to boost Ricardo now, and we're going to bring him back to hard tires, and then we're just going to boost him to finish, as he can run to finish on those hards, as he's way out in the lead anyways. Nobody's going to be able to catch up to him. So we should be good for another 1-2 here. Verstappen slammed into Ricardo's car like he's saying, man, get out of the way. No worries, Verstappen. P1 Ricardo here, because we'll have to go back to pit with Verstappen here or in the 6th. We could go back here and get a free pit stop. Either way, we're getting a free pit stop, but we'll go back in the next lap. Blue flags. Blue flags. Blue flags. Get out of the way. Alright, so here we go for our free pit stop. There goes Ricardo for P1. Let's see if Verstappen is going to retake P1 from Ricardo before running out of fuel. It's a battle between Danny Ricciardo and Verstappen. Verstappen slips to the inside and gets Ricciardo out the way. And he's just pulling away. He's on fire right now. He's just pulling away. Now he's down to low fuel with 1 lap to go. Will Danny Ricciardo be able to retake Max Verstappen? 1 lap to go. Yes, team orders. Ricciardo used the team orders to get the position from Verstappen, as he's still on full boost on his hards. So another great race for us there. 47 points for this one. We'll take it. As I said, this week we're just trying to put in, we're just racing and putting in our best score we could put in. I'm not trying any strategy this week. No GP strategy. I'm just racing full out. Just want to see what that would turn out to be like in the events, how the finals would look and stuff like that. Alright, so let's wait for the rival to finish up, and then we'll jump on into the final race of the video. Here we go for our final race of the video. We are on the Red Bull Ring, and we've switched in Lewis Hamilton to run with Ricciardo here. I want to see how the qualifiers would be like for Ricciardo and Hamilton. It's a dry qualifiers as well, so it's a good result to see where Lewis Hamilton will qualify in the dry with Ricciardo here. and Lewis Hamilton in P9. All right, so getting out qualified by even Russell. That should be a maxed out Russell though. And it's a wet start, so Lewis Hamilton should be in his element here and should be able to make it through some of these cars. Good start from the rival Ricciardo there, pulling off without a boost, without boost as well. That pull off was so fast, or Ricciardo was like slow on the start compared to the rival Ricciardo there. But we're going to keep that boost going a little bit as it's 4 to 6 laps, so we're going to put up a lap of boost here, see if we can pick up any positions on that lap. And we're going to cut right down there, and we're still going to be running a 4-3-2. You see Hamilton picking up a position on Russell, so we're going to cut him down there. Rival Kimi set the new fastest sector 1. Yep, the rival Kimi was moving a bit fast at the start, so that was expected. He's kicking up dust. Look how far he's already he's far away already from Ricciardo here. As we see the rival Russell trying to overtake Hamilton. He's not having it. Good defending from Lewis Hamilton and Russell. Is this a look at what the 2022 season is going to look like? Let's give Hamilton some support as Russell is aggressively attacking here. He finally gets around Hamilton and he's pulling away. Alright, so it's a 4th lap, so one of the rival cars will be going to pit in this lap. One of our cars should be going to pit in this lap as well. But we're going to do something absolutely different. They're going to be boosting both drivers here. Full lap around. Then we're going to come back to pit here. Nice, Ricciardo up in P1 using that clean air. Let's cut Lewis Hamilton down so he does not run out of tires. Using that clean air on Ricciardo to get him back into pit, create a little bit of distance for himself and for us so we don't stock too much. The pit lane should be clear by the time we're exiting, so we should get a clean exit. There's the exit, and there's Hamilton on his exit as well. And now we're going to be on boost, so we did 5 and we're going to be doing 4, making a 1 stop here, going to the finish. We should be able to boost for 4 laps as long as we have fuel to go to do so. So let's see if Hamilton can catch up to Russell and take him off. Lewis hunting down George Russell 2020 2022. Nice inside line from Lewis Hamilton, and Russell is left in the dust of the 7-time world champ, the 8-time world champion, the 7-time world champion. Here is Ricciardo, 1 lap to go. Will we catch him? He does not have tires to go into boost mode, so we might be able to sneak by him here. Now he starts to kick off. We're out of fuel. What's up, Ricciardo? How comes you're out of fuel? Cut up to regular driving as we have 1 lap of fuel remaining. Let's cut him up to boost from there. And we'll cut Hamilton up to boost as well from there. And we should make it to the finish line without running out of fuel. And we're not going to catch him. Lewis almost out of fuel here, out of fuel on the final lap. Alright, so that was a fun, nice race. 45 points for us, we'll take that. We almost catch rival Ricciardo, but we didn't. Alright, he was too fast. I'm really interested to see what's the setup this rival is having. Alright, so as I said, it's a maxed out Russell with a level 7 Ricciardo. And let's look at the setup. Yes, that's why we couldn't catch him. He was on a high power setup with some good grip in there. Alright, so that's why we couldn't catch him. No way we were going to catch that much power. Alright, so that's basically going to be it for this video. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing. Use code word power to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys who watch the full videos. All right, and remember to join into the giveaway, $600. The link is down in the description. All winners will be contacted on Monday. And there we are, 232 on our first 5 races. That's where we are. See how much people have done 235s perfect here. As you can see, it's no joke. It's not a joke league this week. This week is no joke. A good amount of people already doing their perfect score, putting up their big numbers. So the finals is going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's get this race cleared. It's going to be a very interesting finals. All right, so there we go. So that's going to be it for this one. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Walk good, guys.